Greetings, YouTube. Student debt shouldn't exist. Student debt shouldn't exist. And for those that haven't gotten the message yet, student debt shouldn't exist. There should be no debt involved in education. From K through the end of college should be covered by public funds. And schooling, higher education, college and such, was by and large covered by federal funds until Reagan. And then all of a sudden, he decided that the free market should be involved. And that's where the whole student debt thing came from. But it wasn't because he actually thought the free market was the best choice. The idea was to hold back a well-educated proletariat, to shackle an entire generation with debt, thus binding them to the grind of capitalism. Get them on that hamster wheel and keep them on that hamster wheel for the rest of their lives. And the beachhead that Reagan made has finally been completed, and the war has been won with Trump's second term. Trump has been able to achieve more in his first 100 days than Reagan ever dreamed of. And it's quite amazing and completely terrifying. And all of the effort had been done in the last few years to alleviate student debt, to limit the impact it had on people's lives, is being undone. And people that had a chance of paying off their debt and becoming free are never going to be able to now. And I don't think that even if there were a dozen Democratic elections in a row, will we be able to undo the damage that has been done by Trump and his cronies. It's it's deeply saddening. It's disgusting because the people with the money who can send their kids anywhere are really thrilled that the average American is shackled with debt because that gives them control. That gives them an endless supply of money that they're going to use to fund the next generation of their grandchildren, and their great-grandchildren will be able to go to any school they want to and never have to be concerned with student debt. There was a time when you could actually work your way through school. I know a guy that worked his way through school by building pallets with a hammer by hand. You can't do that now. Um, Minimum wage won't pay for a person to survive anywhere in America on a single salary. And the damage done to the people of America by our current student debt problem is just going to get worse in the future. We can do things about this. I mean, I fully believe that all student debt should be wiped out. All federal student debt, all state, all private, just erase it. Let the corporations keep the money they've made up till now, but okay, you don't get any more. You're done. You were able to bilk Americans out of billions? Well, that's it. The gravy train has stopped. But that's not going to happen probably. Not if ever, but not in my lifetime. But we should also be making sure that we have people going into trade schools. I know that capitalism is the enemy, but learning a trade is something that you can use not just as a component of capitalism, but just because it'll help those around you in a mutual beneficial web of people helping each other. Knowing a trade, knowing how to use tools, knowing how to fix things, knowing how to change one thing into another thing, those are skills that you can use outside of capitalism. And I think they're important. It's also the fact that at the moment we have an incredible deficit of people in the trades. There are jobs out there that pay very well. And again, we're stuck in the capitalistic grind right now, and these tradesmen's jobs pay very well, and there's just not enough slots for them. The people that currently have them are aging out. We need to get a new generation of people moving into those jobs, particularly before the old generation disappears. There's a lot of valuable knowledge that is going to be lost if we don't take advantage of that in an apprenticeship system. I mean, there are, basic skills and things you can pick up in a formal education, but a lot of the really important things you have to learn by working next to somebody who knows how to do it. I have a really good understanding of how to make things with my hands, but I learned it all by myself. That's partly because I'm artistic and I don't work well with others. And very, very rarely will a person ever be patient enough to show me something how many times I need it shown for me to finally learn it. So I work better making the mistakes again and again and again till I began to figure out how to make it the best with the least mistakes. It's less frustrating for everyone involved. But most people learn well at the shoulders of someone who's showing them how to do it. And we should be doing that now. But the one thing I think we really should be doing is wiping out student debt, and I just don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. But like I said at the beginning of this video, student debt shouldn't exist.